I grew up watching neighborhoods go from depressed to up and coming to gentrified to luxury neighborhoods. The same neighborhood that when I was a young kid was not a great neighborhood is suddenly selling $1 million one-bedroom condos 20-something years later. How did that happen? I wanted to know how one individual could be overseeing and making the calls on the development and construction of a major residential luxury building. How does that happen? How do you get to that point? Who is that guy? Now it's drilled into our heads that you have to know somebody. You have to have an Ivy League education. It's somebody's father, a lot of nepotism that gets you in those doors. And to a degree, that's true. Now I've seen it. To a degree, that's true. But every one of those families started with one person who worked their ass off to learn what they needed to learn, actually take the action and steps they needed to take, and really do so diligently and smartly with confidence to get a portfolio that was big enough that they could train their children and hand it off, and those children train the next generation and so on. And especially here in New York, you have some major real estate families that are multi-generational. That's what I want. I love that I can enjoy life. I can spend time with my kids out in nature and swimming and fishing and teaching them about all the things that exist in the world and going on adventure hikes and exploring the oceans, the bays, the mountains, all of that. That's what I want out of life. That's what I enjoy. But you can't do that if you're constantly worried about paying the bills. I know that because that's how we grew up. That's how a lot of you watching grew up. So what do you want and how do you want to get there? Once you figure out the answer to that, all you got to do is take the steps that are necessary. Make the small goals that lead you to the long-term goals. Step by step, one day at a time. If you're constantly learning and acting and getting out there and looking for properties and learning what different terminology means and getting up on the jargon and understanding how to construct an actual deal, whether you're house hacking or pooling money together with friends and family in order to go buy a commercial building. You can't do it unless you put forth the effort and take the steps necessary. So keep watching, because we're going to start to teach you some of what you need to know. And if there's things you want to know that we're not teaching you, leave it in the comments. Take the actual action to ask for what you want. Because if you don't ask for what you want, guess what? You don't deserve it. If you can't even open your mouth to say, this is what I want, if you know how to do it, teach it to me, then you don't deserve to learn it. And if I don't know how to teach it to you, I'll tell you. I'm not going to BS you. But I'm pretty damn sure I know a lot more than you do. Because I've been doing this for a decade as an attorney and as an investor. And I want to share it with you. And I want to get you to that next level, because getting you to the next level helps me get to the next level of where I want to be as well. So let's do it. Click like, click subscribe, and I'll see you next time.